Bongo Ben is back, people, living the dream again. He hasn't really gone anywhere because he's still on the site you saw him on last week. So a quick recap for anybody who missed last week's video. The campsite is the Holistic Woods in Rendlesham Forest in Suffolk. It was £10 a night for me to stay in my camper van, and it was walking distance to the UFO landing site. Yeah, the lady came and took the money and she was really nice and friendly, and there's quite a lot to do in the area, so I've decided to stay another night. So the lady did say that the site was a former traveller site, and all of this was taken over by travellers. And at the minute there's only a few of them living down there off-grid in the bit by where all these little caravans are. But other than that, this is all now a campsite. She did say they had to get rid of, I think it was something like 27 tons of scrap that was scattered out around through the field. So, you know, they have done a good job clearing up. Now, there's no recycle bin, which is, yeah, I'm not overly keen on that. She did say there's talk that they might be trying to build shower blocks in the future as well. So they're definitely improving the campsite, and they're definitely working on it. So the campsite does allow group bookings. You can rent an entire field. You can have set up a thingy and have a proper events here. They will allow events. So, you know, it's good for that sort of thing. I mean, when I did initially phone to book, she did say that this field was closed because of an event. And then she said, well, if I wanted to stay on it, I could, but the people would be here till 3. So that was all explained to me, you know. And since I've seen her, she has said, like, you know, if you want a refund, just say, that's fine. I don't want a refund, I'm enjoying myself, you know. So I'm happy with it. Yeah, it's not for everybody, but it is for me. I like sites like this. You know, I don't always want to be on some immaculate site that's like a caravan camper club site. I like sites like this a lot of the time. I mean, I'm literally like right in the middle of nowhere. Another interesting thing she did say was that they believe that the king that they thought was buried at Sutton Hoo is actually buried somewhere around here. And she also said no metal detecting is allowed on the campsite. They're not allowed to do any metal detecting. And she said that when they were removing stuff from here, setting up, they did find stuff that was possibly from the airbase, and she said, yeah, she believed there's something else going on over there, and there's certainly stuff they're trying to keep from us. So yeah, oh good, I'm happy, I'm loving it. So yeah, I'm going to stay again tonight, and I'm going to head off to, I think it's called Bawdsey radar station. I'm going to go see if that's open. She said it's about a 30-minute bike ride, so we're going to go check that out. And yeah, then we're going to come back, stay here, live the dream. Let's roll then, people. Bawdsey, here we come. So the bike has a flat tyre and I didn't bring a pump. So we're going to go to Bawdsey in the van and then come back here. We'll get there in the end, people. Well, I drove past the radar museum place and it said open Thursday and Saturday, something like that. So it's closed today, but I'm at Bawdsey now and the car park is free. So yeah, that's pretty decent, to be fair. So we're going to have a walk along the beach anyway, check out what's around. Not a lot, but we'll have a look. Overnight parking. You can park up here. There is a height restriction, 2.3 meters, but yeah, one for the van lifers. Well, I apologise for the wind noise, but yeah, Bongo Ben's happy. There's nobody else on the beach, only a little bit of beach, and then we're going to get to where Bawdsey thingy is. Now I don't think I can get in there. I don't know whether I can walk past there or not. I'm going to go and have a look. Oh, check out this little pillbox tucked away. Barely even noticed it. Can't get into it because it's fenced off. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to walk very far along here. I just spoke to a couple and they told me that it's low tide, but the tide is now turning, so it's now going to start coming in. Now, if you look behind me, the water is almost against this metal fence wall. So obviously if I go further and it comes in, I'm going to get cut off. So it's not really safe. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame, but never mind, still a nice walk along the beach. Cheers everyone. Bongo Ben ain't got time to mess about cooking dinner, not when there's a world to explore. So yeah, there's not a lot to see here, to be fair, so probably going to head back now, get back on the campsite and then maybe go for a walk about there. Yeah, that's probably why the car park is free, because there's just nothing really here. That's a nice little place, don't get me wrong, but you know, an hour sort of and I've seen it, I've had enough. That's sort of about what I can't spend a full day here. Now if the place behind me, what I want to go to, the Radar Museum, was open, then obviously I'd be in there and I'd be spending a lot more time here. But as it is, you know, there's not a lot here, and it's not an amazing beach by any means. So the lady on the campsite this morning, she did say to me like, God, you've got a real thick Suffolk accent about you, haven't you? And I was like, hang on a minute, I had to put her straight on that. I am from Norfolk, thank you very much. Not having any of that kind of abuse. No, I love Suffolk. I love Norfolk. I prefer Norfolk, I'm biased, but I do love Suffolk. There's some lovely places around here. I do, however, feel that the beaches in North Norfolk, in my opinion, are nicer than the beaches that I've been on in Suffolk. Now, I've not been on every beach in Suffolk, so, you know, there could be some amazing ones. I've been to some nice ones, don't get me wrong, but I do feel North Norfolk has the better beaches. But this area, I mean, there's so much heathland and woodland about, you know, and it's really good for getting away from it all. Very empty, a lot like Norfolk, you know. And well, that's what I want, innit? Get away from everyone. Yeah, so they're both two good counties to come if you want to sort of get a break from people, get away. So I'm back on the site now then, people. There is a shop just down the road there. It's not very far at all. Now it's pretty awkward walking on this road, so whether there's a path you can get to or off-road, I don't know. But they do a bit of odd stuff. They have some hot food, so I thought I'd get myself a potato dog. Yeah, I'm very curious to what a potato dog tastes like. Sounds pretty boss, to be fair. If I can open it. Yeah, pretty good. Basically a hash brown wrapped around sausage. I like it. I think I'm going to go for a walk in the woods, have a little wander about. There's loads of footpaths around here, loads of public brideways, you know. There's a lot of good stuff for bike riding, bike routes everywhere. Free food. There's food chestnuts to be had, people. Probably get some more as I'm going. So the lady on the campsite did offer to let me use a fire pit, and she did say she would give me some firewood. I wouldn't have to pay anything and I could have had a fire tonight, and I sort of turned her down and said, no, don't worry about it because it's going to rain. Now I really regret that, because it would have actually been really nice to sit out there and had a fire, and I don't think it is going to rain now. So yeah, that was a bit of a shame, but that was really nice and friendly of her. She did say she just wanted to make me happy because I was the only customer on the campsite. And I said, to be honest, the fact that I'm the only customer on the campsite has made me happy. So, but yeah, it would have been nice to have had a fire. Should have took her up on that, never mind. So this is the old Rendlesham Forest campsite, and it was a really good campsite. I'm a bit disappointed it's closed because I want to stay here really and show you the forest from this campsite, but that's because Rendlesham Forest is literally just there. So this was a great base for doing the forest walk, but yeah, it's closed. People have gone into retirement. Fair enough, I suppose, but yeah, I have stayed here before and it was really good. This was one, as soon as I set the channel up, I thought I'm going to come back here and show everyone. And well, I guess I'm here showing you, but yeah. No more campsite. Well, it looks like I made it back just in time, people, because it's now starting to rain. And I managed to get the lantern working by sticking tin foil in between the batteries. All good. Yeah, gonna crack open a super strength Guinness in a minute. Yeah. Now I got this, I inherited this from my granddad. Now, for you, those of you that know my granddad, do not worry, he has not passed away. We just put him in a home and I stole his Guinness. So, all good. Yeah. If you knew my granddad, you know he had a good sense of humour and he'd actually find that funny. So I'm going to cook up some tea in a minute. Got some sausages, going to have a sausage sandwich. Now, if you watched my video about the porta potty, you'll know why I'm not overly keen on having sausages in the bongo. I haven't had sausages in the bongo, I don't think, since that trip. Yeah. I actually lost a subscriber from that video. Someone was that appalled that they unsubscribed. Yeah, I'll leave a link for it in the description in case any of you haven't seen it. But yeah, brace yourself. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, cook up some sausage sandwiches and have some Guinness and just relax for the rest of the evening. Looks okay. I've been deceived before, but we're going to give it a go, people. Well, with no TV, no radio, no internet, I'm just going to sit here for the next 3 hours, have a few drinks and just daydream about a load of absolute BS which is totally irrelevant. Yeah. Cheers, people, anyway. I'll see you in the morning. Morning, everyone. I slept okay last night. A bit miserable today. Never mind, that is how it is. Yeah, I've enjoyed this site. I would definitely come again. Now, this site is a prime example of why I do not rate campsites out of 10. Because a lot of people would come here and they wouldn't be very impressed. It is a back to basics. The only facilities are portaloos and a tap, and that is it. So a lot of people wouldn't be happy with that. Now, I have come here, I've paid a really good price, I'm right where I want to be, I don't need the portaloos, I don't need any facilities. I've had an amazing time here, and I really like this campsite, and I will return. This is a site I'm going to come back to at another time, maybe not for another video because I've done it for a video, but I will come back here just to relax and explore the area because I like this site. So different sites serve different purposes for different people. So if I was to give this a rating, it would be a reasonably decent rating because it's got what I want. It's a campsite for me. But someone else would then come here and think, well, why does he give it that rating? There's no facilities, there's, you know, there's gypsies living down there. How can he give it a good rating? So different people have different opinions. I've had a great time. The gypsies down there, you got to bear in mind, they are paying rent to stay on this land. The campsite owner is the landlady. They don't want to get evicted. So Sutton Hoo is probably about a 45-minute walk from here, and Woodbridge is probably about an hour and a half walk, hour and a half. Those are estimates, people. I don't actually know the exact time it would take. It would be through the woods, you'd have to navigate the pathways, but it can be done. I've been to those places before and I really enjoyed them. I had some great times watching the sunset, drinking some beer by the Deben, and great times climbing the viewpoint at Sutton Hoo, drinking some beer and watching the sunset. So yeah, they're good places to visit if you're in the area. So the campsite has 3 areas to camp in. There's this heath bit that I'm in, there is an open field behind me, and there is a woodland over there which is for tents and hammocks. So yeah, it's a very back to basics campsite. It is off-grid, you know, so don't expect electricity, don't expect luxury. But I quite like sites like this. That is what camping is, isn't it? It's meant to be a bit rough, you know. Now cheers for watching, everyone. If you've enjoyed any of this, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Keep living the dream.